We have been busy. And by busy, I mean I've been here, not AFKing, but using this god-awful system. It's been very odd, to say the least. What am I actually doing here? It's been very odd. I've died several times while using it, and this is the sum total of gold we have. So, now to turn them all into powered rails and get this show on the road. Yeah! Intro time! Hello and welcome back to the series, EXP here, and as I've just said, we're going to make a start on the update suppressor, which means we need an awful lot of powered rails, we need an awful lot of slime, and we need an awful lot of redstone. I hope I've got enough redstone. I'm not 100% sure, but let's go and have a look how much we've got. We also need target blocks, which I haven't made one yet, actually, so we're going to need an awful lot more hay for that. So, redstone, that should be enough, I hope. We'll see anyway. I'm going to check the video out in a bit, which I'll leave up in the corner and down in the description, that goes through the process of making an update suppressor in this version, 1.12.2. I will stipulate that it's 1.12.2 because it stops working after this one, I think. Or at least some point it stops working. Why are you still going? Yeah. Okay. Anyway, let's crack on with what we actually need to do. First conundrum. Target blocks aren't a thing yet. So, I've been looking at a newer design rather than the older one. Now, from what I can tell, it's not that big of a deal. It's just you're going to have a repeater into a solid block. So, we don't need to do anything about that. We can just do as is. Right, I think I've got enough stuff to start. At least we can make a start anyway. I don't quite know what I'm going to waffle on about while I build it, but I've probably got to concentrate to actually build it as well, so maybe I'll just start, waffle a bit, and then carry on. Because although it's a very technical and complicated thing, it's also just an awful lot of just plonking stuff down. So, let's head over to the place where we're going to start it, and go from there. We've found a spot, I've scoped it out, and there is nothing underneath me of importance. So the first thing we're going to do is tower up, let's say, 5, and then we need 29 redstone blocks in a row. That's where we start. 3, 4, 5. I'm not going to make you count all this. But yeah, this is where we're starting. Next up is to then fill out 9 lots of 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we need to do that 9 more times. And all through there as well. So bear with me because this is going to take a lot of placing. I really do wish I had something to waffle about. Halfway through the second thingy and it's already a better piglin and ghast farm than that thing over there. So I need to do this quick. There might not be any more updates until it comes to the rails because I need this mob proofing quick time. Time to get railed. Power rails. We're getting power rails, okay? We didn't mean anything else by that. Keep your mind out the gutter, please. Hopefully this first run is enough. Right, now we just need to do this. Hopefully this also proofs it as well. No, we don't want you to do that. Do we? We'll find out after. And it was at about this point I realised the farm needs to be facing west, and I built it facing north. So none of these rails are going to snap nicely. Yay. So I guess we're tearing this down and starting again. Yippee. I did not have anywhere near enough rails, but we've turned the farm around now. I have a suspicion though that this one isn't going to work. It's in the wrong version because it's a 1.13 plus one I'm building, and the 1.12 one looks a little bit different, so the rails are a bit funkier. I don't know, but I also didn't explain this farm to you. I mean, you know this part, but I added this bit as well, which has this little platform which allows everything to despawn and then respawn, and just about enough pigmen will spawn down there by the time I've reached the top of here, that when I shoot them, it's a full chamber with tiny bit of entity cramming, but not a lot. So we just go up here, we're safe, we head back down, do it slightly quicker, And my farm is taking up the mob cap. The update suppression. This isn't going to go well then. How do I get more gold? Oh no, it's not too bad. You're a problem. Okay, so we've got it in place now just to find out this is an updated version, so it's not going to work. But on the good news, the good news is it's not that big of a difference in design to get it working. I might need more rails yet again, but beyond that it is fine. All we need is an extra line here, and the redstone blocks up one, and then a pyramid on each of the intersections. So we'll get that sorted here. And then we'll get an update once that's built. That's the bulk of it now built, and we've got the first circuit underneath in place. Now, in the test world, all these are in the same position, pushed outwards. So I don't know if there's a building thing that I need to do, or if I just need to reset it once I've actually built the whole thing, because as you can see, these alternate at the moment. And yeah, they're all in the same position. I still need to build the circuit that goes around and something over there, and then the thing to actually activate it over this way. But we're at a point now where we're running low on supplies. I don't know how much more I can get done. But this has been a project and a half, it really has. So I'll show you what we've got so far, because it isn't doing anything, and it's not going to do anything for quite a while. This is for literally two things, really. I was going to say one thing, but first of all, to blow a big hole in the nether ceiling and to get water in the nether. That's what we need this for. The first thing being blowing the hole, probably, and then the water. But as you can see, it is literally just powered rails, all powered, all powered. Actually, they are all powered. So I don't know if that makes a difference. Anyway, all this just to confuse the math of the game. Lovely. Oh, this chunk isn't. So what's going on here then? I wonder why half of them are powered and half of them aren't. Oh, no, only the middle ones are powered. Oh, okay, maybe it's this then, this powering them. It shouldn't be. Oh, I don't know. Anyway, we'll deal with that when it actually comes to having the finished project. But for now, I need to go and take a break from this, because my head is a bit of a mess at the moment from literally placing and moving and changing. So we're going to head back over to the overworld, maybe do a building project, because I was hoping to have this done for this episode, but the amount I've had to build already and the amount of footage I've already got, it's just no. Maybe, but probably not. Now, we're not going to build anything too fancy, but I need a way down to the mines that's a little bit more useful, because the stairs I can get back up. I've got that hole there, but they're a little far away. I was going to do that one, but I don't like the proximity to this. So we're going to build a little mine shaft right here. I'm going to start it here, and while we build this, we'll have a little chat about life and mental health, because there's been a lot of things on my mind recently, and sometimes you just need a reminder to sit back, relax, and whatever is out of your control, just let it be out of your control. I know it's a very difficult thing to do, and I am one of the first people that will happily admit I let things get out of hand way too quick, and I am awful for that. Sometimes you just need that reminder that you're still here, you're still kicking, and throughout everything it's going to be okay. It might not be okay right now, but it will be. And the reason I know this is because I've been through some dark times. Now, I'm not going to come here and say, oh, it's pity party time, because that's not why I'm saying this. I am saying this to try and just help you relax. Because in the moment, it can seem like everything is overwhelming, and I understand that completely. It's not my place to say whatever battles you're going through, or how you're supposed to fight them. But just know that once all is said and done, if you're still here, even if you don't want to be, then everything can and will be okay. And I know it's difficult to believe that sometimes. I really do, but all I can tell you is just hold on. Tomorrow's a new day. A new set of problems sometimes, but with each new day there's also the possibility of answers. And things just slowly getting easier. I also know how quickly things can snowball as well. So you can be having an okay time and then all of a sudden one tiny thing happens and all of a sudden it's disaster. It's doom. It's the end of the world. And then with that comes everything else snowballing. And oftentimes it feels like this, because not so much because you're attracting it, but because things are coming to light. Because you started ruminating. And because you're thinking on this one problem, it makes you focus on other problems. So the trick, I say trick, it's not really a trick, it's more a coping mechanism, is to try and take yourself away from that mindset, to try and put yourself back into a place of, I don't want to say positive thinking. Positive thinking sounds so cliche, but just reminding yourself that it's okay to feel this. And on the opposite end of the spectrum, when you're having such a great time, it feels like everything is good and like nothing can ever go wrong. And you end up focusing on all the good things. It's really difficult, but you always have to remind yourself of this one phrase that I've uttered throughout my adult life. I was going to say whole life, but it's not. It's only really in recent years that I've come true, and it's "this too shall pass." So no matter what you're going through, whether it's the good times or the bad times, just hold on, because this too will pass. And like I said, it's not really a positive thing or a negative thing. It's just whatever will be, will be. And although you can't control that sometimes, you absolutely can control how you react and how you feel about them. It takes a bit of practice, and Lord knows I'm not very good at it yet, but I am slowly getting better at the idea of letting things that are going to be. Obviously, it's going to sting sometimes, and you're going to question a lot of what brought you to where you are. But ultimately, as long as you're true to yourself, and as long as you're true to your friends, and anyone else important into your life, I'd say family, but family isn't always important, and Lord knows I know that. But no, it's important to keep yourself, even when you lose yourself along the way sometimes. Doesn't mean you won't get yourself back. So don't stress it so much, okay? Okay. I think that's all I had to say anyway. Yippee. I don't know. Okay, we need another thing there. I've got no space. You're going to be wood. I don't even know how long this video is right now. I'll probably have a fair bit more to do, but I've got nothing else to waffle on about. So we're going to finish this up, then we'll do an outro. If it's a smaller episode, then it's a smaller episode. What will be, will be. Me proving my mantra right there. And there we have the finished article. Put a little tiny bit of detail on the ceiling, not too much, because I still want it to look like it's just an open mine shaft. And it drops right down next to the wither chamber. Plonk. So, with all that out of the way, let's do an outro. And we're not doing it on the stairs again. Once again, I appreciate you all being here. If you've liked the video, please leave a like, subscribe, comment down your favourite part of the video maybe. I'd normally ask you something else, but my mind's a bit frazzled. And I shall see you in the next one. Ta-ra a bit. Ta-ra.